How you doing, everybody? We're going to open this Pietta 1851 Navy steel, it's called. It's the model that has a steel frame and a brass frame and a brass grip frame. This is an original 1851 Navy, and this is the Italian copy that we just got from Cabela's on sale for $179, and I had a $10 coupon, so it's a nice box. So it cost me $169, and I don't have a shootable replica Navy yet, so decided I'd take advantage. So we got some, don't know what that is, Outlaw Gang something, advertising, muzzle loader manual, another muzzle loader manual, and the revolver. I opened a couple of them. Well, actually I opened this one in the store. I usually try to buy them in person because you can check the timing and make sure that the grip frame, the grip is fitted to the frame properly. So there's our baby. And this one was the first one I opened, and the timing was perfect, and it looked good enough to me, so I just decided to just buy that one. They're quite oily in the bag, but I wiped it off enough at the store to check the timing and the fit of the stock panels to the, well, I guess the stock to the grip frame, and it's very well fitted. So we'll just wipe it down a little bit so we can handle it without getting all greasy. You can see it's got some good color in the fake case hardening. I particularly like this spot right here. It's kind of cool. Some nice purpley blue stuff on the other side. And you can compare the original to the replica. The original had silver plating on the grip frame. You can see there's some remains here, but the rest has been worn off. As you can see, some more silver along the sides of the trigger guard where it doesn't get a lot of use, and in front of the trigger guard. It's all matching. Some more silver here. And it's quite tight, except some sear or something is broken, so if I let go of the hammer, it just closes. But it indexes properly and stuff, so I'm sure that's an easy fix if I can locate the right part, but I haven't bothered to do that yet. And there's you can see that the shape of the trigger guard is slightly thicker through here. So the curve is starts a little bit sooner. And the cutout for the loading notch is a little bit more aggressive on the Pietta. On the Colt, it's more solid until you get right down onto the loading notch, and the Pietta is cut away a little bit further. And a lot of people complain about the Pietta tail, which is this kind of little flare here at the bottom of their grip. But at least in this Colt, there is rather, it does have kind of a tail, so it looks pretty close to me. And there's also a little cut out here for the, I guess for a capper or just for, I don't know what that's for other than to make clearance for the caps. I guess if you had it on half cock and dropped a cap, it might index on that little groove there. I'm not sure if that's on all of them or not. But the Pietta just has a shallower cutout there. Otherwise, they look really close. They feel really close. This is my first 36 caliber replica. I have the 44 version of this, which is not historically correct, but the Pietta makes a 44 caliber Navy, Colt Navy, but in 44, which I really like. It has the Navy grip frame, which a lot of people prefer to the Army grip frame, but it also comes in 44, the man size, whatever. But anyway, don't recommend dry firing these without caps on the cones, but it feels good actually. So wipe it down, we'll check the bore, wipe out the cylinders, the chambers, and shoot a couple cylinders just to see if it works and show you where it hits and show you how they work. Before we proceed, I tested the trigger and it's quite good. It's 1 3/4 pounds about. There's a little bit of creep right before it breaks, just one little kind of one movement, but it breaks at under 2 pounds. That's right out of the box. So pretty good. Unfortunately, I can't test the original, but they're typically heavier than that. My Armies are heavier than that. But beautiful, classic, well-balanced pistols. Alright, run into a little bit of a snag here. The wedge has been installed by a very enthusiastic Italian guerrilla. So I have had to resort to a brass hammer to get it to move at all. And I'm going to use a punch to get it to move, hopefully out the rest of the way. But it is very snug, snugger than, more tight than any of the other ones I've ever encountered. So there's a wedge pusher that you can get that's basically a flattened there it goes. Boy, that was in there nice and snug. Okay, there, it finally goes out. All right, so then you can put it on half cock and put the cylinder so that there's not a hole underneath the loading lever, and then you can push the barrel off. So you can wipe it down and wipe out this chamber, wipe out the cylinders, wipe it all down, and then I'm going to put some ballistol on the cylinder pin, or I guess it's called the arbor, I don't know, you tell me. And then I'm also going to wipe out the barrel, and then we'll fire at least one set of caps to clear out the nipples, which I can see 2 or 3 of them are partially blocked. And I have a nipple pick that I will use to clean those out. We'll fire one set of caps on there, and then we'll load it up with about 20 grains of 3F black powder. We're going to put a lubed felt wad this time, and then we'll ram the ball home and give her some shooting. So these are just the caps, and they aren't like a cap pistol that you would shoot as a kid. These are not hearing safe. So even when you're firing the caps to clear off the cones, wear ear protection. And I always like to shoot them at something that I can see move, like a blade of grass if you're outside, or something on the range floor or something, so that I can see that the Alright, so far so good. Now we'll load her up and shoot her for real. Alright, here we go. First 6 shots, hopefully, with the Colt Navy. I'm going to aim toward the bottom of the torso. Yeah. Well, those two were close to touching. That one wasn't. Well, it works. It doesn't quite have the thump of the 44s, which I really enjoy, but that is a sweet shooter. And it looks like it's about a, I don't know, offhand with nothing to aim at other than just holding in the same position. I got about a 5 or 8 inch group, and it shoots about 6 to 8 inches higher than I'm aiming. Let's try another cylinder full. Alright, let's try another cylinder full. This time I put a black aiming point on the torso to hopefully help me be a little bit more consistent, but we'll see. That one. That was 3 o'clock, right in his left elbow. First two were about an inch apart or half an inch apart, right above the dot. So that was right next to those. Felt that one, pulled it a little bit high. That looked good. That's it, right? Yep. So let's go take a look. It's a beautiful gun. Those are fun to shoot. They balance great. The grip frame is about the right size for 3 fingers, and points well. I don't think this one has too much of a Pietta tail. And like I said before, it's very similar to the shape of the Colt grip. Let's go take a look. Well, if the shooter isn't jerking the shots, it looks like this pistol's going to be a shooter. These 1, 2, 3, 4 are about maybe an inch and a half apart. Of aiming here, as far as, you know, holding the sights so that I can see the aiming point right above the front sight. So it's hitting 4 inches high at 15 or 18 yards, and these are the two that I called and pulled. But that's pretty respectable for offhand, one-hand shooting with the new pistol. So I'm happy with that. All right, for my last cylinder full for the day, I'm going to try some action shooting. Let's show you if I can hit those plates at all. I'll probably hold the bottom of the plates. Let's go right to left. Got away, but I can still see him. He's running away. He turned around. He's bringing up his rifle, and he's gonna kill me. Run away! Oh well. 5 out of 6. That is fun. So I've shot 3 cylinders, and I am satisfied. That is fun. So remember to clean them real good. I use ballistol and water, and take them apart after every time you shoot, and go out and make some white smoke. See you next time.